Chuck, this is it. We now have a former Justice Department leader saying that this man does not even believe in the rule of law. He believes in helping out the president's friends and going after his enemies, apparently. And now you have political intervention in cases that you have people inside the Justice Department testifying to. What can be done about that? Is it even possible or feasible that Barr should face something like impeachment?
Well, I think politically, Joy, it's not feasible. There's not a lot of time left before the election, and the House has not indicated any interest in this. But look, the things we heard today are important. We knew some of it. We knew that Mr. Stone had received favorable treatment. We knew that Mr. Flynn had received favorable treatment. You know, there was a portion of the testimony today, though, that I think was really illuminating. A current Justice Department attorney in the Antitrust Division described the fact, and I know it sounds kind of dry to talk about antitrust, but bear with me, described the fact that they were ordered to open investigations into companies or into industries that the Attorney General didn't like. So think about a sword and a shield. Properly used a shield to protect friends of the president like Stone and Flynn, but improperly used a sword to go after industries and companies that were disfavored. And both of those things are repugnant, deeply troubling, and undermine the rule of law.
Well, I mean, that does not sound like the actions of a United States Attorney General. It sounds like the actions of the hand of the king. I mean, it seems to me, I've had lawyer friends say to me that they believe that Mr. Barr is a monarchist and that he essentially believes, at least so long as it's a Republican, that the president should be able to exercise almost king-like power. Is that what we're looking at here?
Well, even if you subscribe to Bill Barr's theory about the unitary executive and the immense power wielded by a president, none of that, Joy, is an excuse for using the the sharp implement of the Justice Department to help friends and hurt enemies, right? So I think of those as two very different things. You could believe in a unitary executive. You could believe that the Constitution bestows on a president immense authority. You can believe all that. I don't, by the way. I think it's much more balanced. But you could believe in that and still not think it's appropriate for the president of the United States, through his attorney general, to punish enemies. And that's what we're seeing. And so, look, what we heard today is both not terribly surprising and completely shocking. We've seen the contours of this in other ways. We've seen the favoritism that the president and the attorney general have shown for Flynn and Stone manifest in other ways. We've seen the mischaracterization of the Mueller report. We've seen the president pardon allies. We've seen the president call for the prosecution of enemies. This is another manifestation of that, and it is despicable.
And then I guess the question is, you know, with Richard Nixon, his attorney general ultimately faced legal consequences of his own and was prosecuted. Is any of what we're seeing Bill Barr do criminal? And could he face criminal sanction for it in the next administration?
Well, that's a really good question. You're referring, first of all, to John Mitchell, Richard Nixon's attorney general, who was prosecuted and was convicted because clearly he had committed crimes. I don't know that I see that here. What I see is incredibly repugnant. It undermines the rule of law. It's despicable. But there's a difference between something that is awful and something that is illegal. Now, you and I sitting here don't know everything. There's lots of stuff we don't know. There's lots of facts that might have to be developed. But from what I see in the public domain, I am disgusted by the Attorney General's behavior, but that doesn't make him a criminal. And look, by the way, that distinction is important for all of us. The rule of law matters, or at least should matter, to every administration, to every attorney general, and to every president. And so I hope that the next administration, and I hope there is a next administration very soon, doesn't come in with a vendetta. The type of things we heard regarding Hillary Clinton, lock her up, are repugnant, and I don't want to see that from any American leader.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.